Hello everybody, thank you so much for stopping by. I am ChitChad and welcome to a brand new build series in Planet Coaster here on ChitChadPlays. So in my previous update video I asked what did you want to see, whether to continue building the original gaming park or we separated out into basically working on per ride builds. And the reason for that was my computer is just not keeping up with the entire theme park, especially because I want to do a lot more really intricate builds like the Pokemon Dark Ride. It seemed like most of you were on board with just doing individual rides per build series, but some of you suggested an even better idea, and that is doing themed areas per build series. Which means we're going to be continuing the Mario build series, but we're starting over from scratch. With all that being said, let's get building. It is good to be back in Planet Coaster. It has been so long since I have played this game. Honestly, I think the last time I even booted up Planet Coaster was when the new update came out with the screens and several new rides, and I just wanted to check those. I think like even the fireworks and like the sequencer was new, so that was the last time I was in Planet Coaster. So I'm gonna be a little bit rusty, so a lot didn't get done in this episode, but I promise we'll pick up the pace once I get back into the swing of things. Like I said, I wanted to restart the Mario area because I didn't want to leave that project unfinished. It would drive me crazy because I thought we had a lot of neat concepts in that area of the park, especially the Peach's Castle being the house for a Mario Kart themed ride, so we're definitely going to keep that. We're going to build out a new kart track inside of it, but as far as the area itself, I want to add new rides and almost like mini areas. So we're going to have what I'm kind of calling Toad's Town. It's going to be kind of like a shopping area, which is also going to be by a kiddie area, which will have the Yoshi's roller coaster, which is the first thing we're going to build in this park, or at least the first themed ride we're going to build in this park to kind of start things off. And I kind of want to have like a Delfino Plaza, which we're going to bring back the Superstar wheel that I made in the previous version of this park. And then the big thing that I want to add, and this is going to be quite the undertaking because I said I wanted to do it and I asked for some opinions on the matter, and it was pretty unanimous that people wanted to see it, so we're bringing it. It's going to be a Luigi's Mansion Dark Ride. Yes, you heard me right, a Luigi's Mansion Dark Ride. It's going to be super intense, and it's definitely going to require some animation, but it's going to be fun. I'll probably be doing the animations over on the main ChitChad channel because, you know, art and animation is kind of the thing for that channel. So we'll be building the park, obviously, here on ChitChadPlays, but if there's any animation, it'll be over on the main channel. So if you want to check out the animation process, you can check it out there. But I'm gonna save the Luigi's Mansion kind of towards the end of the build process, just because I know the animation is gonna take a while and that's gonna be a crazy amount of work. So kind of have to get back into the swing of things before we tackle something like that, just because I know from doing the Pokemon Dark Ride, that takes a while to do. But it's going to be cool. I'm really looking forward to it. In fact, I'm just looking forward to just building this park in general. And it's kind of nice because, like I said, this is something that we already started working on in the other video game park. So it's not like I don't have anything to start from. I have, you know, the Toad houses that I built, which we can reuse. I have the warp pipes, which we use later in this video. So it's nice to kind of start things off with a bit of familiarity before I start just making brand new content again. A lot of people have been giving me suggestions on what they want to see after we're done with the Mario area, and I have one in mind that I kind of want to tackle, just because we've been doing like a lot of, you know, like very kid-friendly franchises, you know, starting off with Sonic and then moving on to Pokemon and then moving on into Mario. So I kind of want to hit something that's a bit more mature and something that's still like fun and vibrant, and the best thing I could think of is Overwatch, which is a game like I didn't get into until later, but now that I have started playing it, I absolutely love it, and I'm kind of mad at myself for not getting involved in that franchise sooner, because it's just right up my alley. It's a fun cooperative game and not something that you have to dedicate like a lot of hours to, which for someone with my crazy schedule is great to have. And the art style is right up my alley too. I mean, if you've seen any of my artwork, you'll know that I love very vibrant, expressive characters and color schemes and animation. Like the animation in Overwatch is mind-blowing, and some of their shorts that I've been seeing lately, like the May one just came out, and oh boy, it was so good. I will not lie, I teared up a little bit during that one, and I'm not gonna spoil it. If you're an Overwatch fan and you haven't seen it yet, just definitely check it out, because it's it's an emotional roller coaster. Hey, nice segue, and I didn't even mean to do that. Pun game is strong today. And it's only, when am I recording this? 11 o'clock at night, almost 12 in the morning. Don't judge me, I don't sleep. So, this was fun. For the Yoshi coaster, I decided we should use the dragon, because that made sense. I mean, I know it doesn't look exactly like Yoshi, obviously, but it's the closest thing I think we're gonna get. It's a green dragon, so we're close. We're pretty darn close. And speaking of, like, well, I know dragons aren't prehistoric creatures, they're mythical creatures, but there was an announcement recently about a particular company who may or may not have made this game are making a Jurassic World Tycoon game. I am so excited for that. You have no idea. Like, Zoo Tycoon in particular, I forget, it was just Dino Tycoon or something like that, and it was basically just make your own Jurassic Park. Oh my gosh, I spent way too much time. I think I played that more than I played like some of the old theme park building games. I loved dinosaurs when I was a kid. I mean, you had Power Rangers, first of all, and I think I've talked about this, you know, Power Rangers, you had Land Before Time. I loved pretty much anything dinosaurs except Barney. I could not stand Barney as a kid. I hated that thing. I hated his voice. I hated the songs. I hated everything about it. I'd watch Gumby instead of Barney. But anyways, I love dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are amazing, and the fact that we're getting a Jurassic World friggin' game, that's probably going to be better than the movie. I'm sorry if you like that movie. I did not. I tried to, I wanted to, but I didn't. I couldn't get into it, and I'm just hoping. What's the title? The Rising Falling Kingdom? I don't even know. I can't remember. What is it? I'm gonna look it up. I'm looking it up. I'm gonna pull up the good old Googles. Google me this, Batman. What is the name of the new Jurassic Park movie? Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom. I was right. It was Fallen Kingdom. Wonder what that means. Does that mean the kingdom of man? Is the kingdom of man falling? I don't know. I wish it just stuck with the original. The second one was okay. Third one was the first, you can't, it's one of those things, man, just don't try. You're not gonna be able to top the first one. It was just too great. It was too amazing. And you could still watch that movie today and it still holds up. It still looks good. It still looks good. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited for that game. If we had to get a mediocre sequel to get a super amazing dino, simulator, sacrifices can be made. That's all I'm saying. So, originally I was thinking maybe we could have kind of like an interior part of this ride, but it didn't work out. So basically I was thinking, like, if there was an animatronic Yoshi, which I kind of want to add, using the geometric objects, which is such a pain to work with, or even if it was like a screen, I would think that would probably be housed inside. And I always thought that was really interesting when coasters have like an indoor section, and there's a lot of them that come to mind. There's one. Is it in a SeaWorld park? I can't remember. And I said that there's a lot of them comes to mind, and of course when I try to name one, then I forget. But there's one where it sets the car to go backwards, but it goes into a station, and I want to say it was in SeaWorld. But even, what is it, Journey to Atlantis in SeaWorld? It's like the water ride that's also a roller coaster that has several parts where it's indoors and inside of themed dark ride areas. And that ride's just cool. I would love to have something like that in this game where it could go from being a water ride to a coaster. And I don't know if there's like some kind of proprietary reason that they're not allowed to use that. If there's some kind of rights thing that they're not able to utilize that kind of ride mechanic. I don't know. But it would be cool. In fact, I would just love to have that kind of boat, you know, because we've got like the rapids one, like the big inner tube thing, and then we've got the log ride, which is basically Splash Mountain. I would love to have one that's, you know, multiple seats across, you know, whether it looks like the Jurassic Park one or, you know, the multitude of water rides that you can see at, you know, either like Six Flags or Knott's Berry Farm, just that really generic looking boat, you know. So I was going through testing, make sure that this ride is working okay. I definitely need to do a bit more smoothing on this coaster before I called at least the track done. One of the ideas that I had was kind of from like the Gadget Go coaster, I think is what it's called, which is what we based the Shrek ride in the DreamWorks park on my original channel before I started this one. Is that I wanted to have some water features. So I think in the Gadget Go coaster, they're like these little spinning gadgets and they have like frogs sitting on top of them. They're like spewing water. So I thought, oh man, we've got these warp pipes. Why don't we just have like them working as fountains? Like, that sounds like a cool idea. Let's do that. So guess what? That's exactly what we did. And I went back and forth on like, should I have them at an angle and shooting water over the top of the the coaster itself, or if I should just have them spewing water. I went with the spewing water because I don't know, I would always worry about getting water on the cars and on the track, and if I was trying to be, you know, quote unquote realistic, which I'm not going for. Obviously I'm not going for full on realism because that would just be, I don't know, that just sounds like too much work. I just try to go for relatively realistic. That is the goal of this channel. It's relatively realistic in at least my mind. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to this. I like Mario a lot. I'm really excited for the Mario Odyssey game, which I actually did a speed paint of Mario and his new sidekick Cappy over on my main channel, which I will throw, whoa, check out that card in the upper right hand corner. So go check that out if you want to watch a speed paint of me drawing Mario, which I am going to be doing a bunch of like illustrations for this park and every park in the future now that we have screens. Oh my goodness, I'll tell you what, that was the one thing, if I had to pick one reason that I'm continuing Planet Coaster, it is because of that, because we can import custom textures and animations. I am so psyched for that. You have no idea, because the first thing I did was I imported my intro, my animated intro, my old one when it was still like my cartoon self falling from the screen. I imported that in and it looked great. Like it looked like I was watching it right off of my screen, so I was instantly sold because I was worried there was gonna be like some compression issues and it wasn't gonna look as nice. It looked perfect, like nothing was wrong with it, so I was just hyped. You have no idea. So that's when I was like, okay, we can start doing some really neat themed dark rides, and part of me wanted to go back in and mess with the Pokemon dark ride because there's so many cool things I could have added if I had those screens. Like the forest area, we could have had Metapods looking like they were coming down from like the ceiling. We could have them on either side. You know, we could have had like Mew kind of animated inside of the cave where it was just kind of like floating around between, you know, openings. And we could have had like a water area where if you look down, you could see like some Goldines floating by. Oh my goodness. All these ideas, and I wanted to do them, but I'm like, should I really go back and revisit something that I've already finished? I don't know. I think I should just keep moving forward. As much as I like Pokemon, I'm just like, nope. Got to keep moving forward. Got to keep going. I know we're technically revisiting for, you know, Yoshi, or sorry, not Yoshi. I know we're technically revisiting for Mario, but it's not like we finished that project. But I don't know. You know, just let me know what you think in the comments down below. But it probably won't be for a while, because like I said, that Luigi's Dark Ride is going to take quite a long time. And speaking of time, we're almost out of time for today's episode. Like I said, we didn't get a whole lot done this time around, just kind of set up the basic track layout, you know, and got some of the theming elements around it for the Yoshi's Kitty roller coaster, which if you have a name for it, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. If I like the name, hey, guess what? We will use it for the ride. So we're gonna end this off with a couple of beauty shots and a ride through of the work in progress version of this ride. Again, if you have a name for this Yoshi roller coaster, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. I hope you're enjoying the new series. I hope you're excited for Planet Coaster. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have an amazing day. Go out there and be creative. And as always, I will chat with you later.